Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Crafty Saturday. I'm so glad you can join me today. I'm going to hang out a few minutes and see who pops in. Give me a shout. Tell me hi when you're here so I can see you. I'm standing on tiptoe so I can see any comments. Good morning. How are you today? Your package went in the mail today, Janice, so you should get it next week, okay? Today is club day. And when I say club, I actually mean clubs, because for the next 5 months, I'm running 2 clubs at a time. In the morning, on the last Saturday of the month, I have my regular card club. And in the afternoon, I'm doing a Christmas card club. Some people love to make Christmas cards and some people don't, so I'm keeping my consistency for my regular card club and adding on a Christmas one. And if you take both, well, then I throw in a little surprise. This month, those who took both classes got one of the chamois. Love that thing. If you haven't tried one, you really should. Mine is downstairs ready for this morning's club, which starts at 10 o'clock. So our card today is going to be something that you can recreate quickly, just in case you have one of those spur of the moment, oh my goodness, I need a card moments. Good morning, Debbie. Good to see you. Does anybody have any big plans this weekend? You know, I'll be stamping all weekend. I'm going to one of my Stamping Bee team members classes tomorrow. She's having one at her house. So I thought, you know, it's time for me to go be a student. I'm always teaching, so I will just go, relax, and have fun and join her class. Good morning, Michelle. Good to see you. So for club this morning, I have made some sausage rolls. We're going to have a little breakfast while we craft. And then this afternoon for my Christmas club, it's too hot still to make Christmas cookies. But, you know, how many of you like pumpkin spice? Give me a shout. Do you like pumpkin spice? I have some pumpkin spice dip with some Nilla wafers and some green apples for our afternoon card club snack. And I think that sounds pretty yummy. All right, so I've got a few people here. Thanks for bearing with me. Today we're going to make a sweet and simple card that you can recreate in just a matter of minutes, but it's going to pack a huge wow factor for whoever you have receiving it. I'm using the Rooted in Nature clear mount stamp set. This does have framelits that go with it, but today I'm just going to concentrate on the stamp set. A lot of times people think, well, I can't really get the bundle because I don't have a big shot. But let me show you how you can use this stamp set without using any of the framelits. And this week over on my blog, I'm going to be showcasing this beautiful 2-stamp set, the Rooted in Nature set. And so follow me over on my blog, and I'm going to have some cute projects and ideas for you. So today we're going to be using the sentiment, Thinking of You, and this nice tall tree. It's almost fall, and I'm so excited. I used to think that spring was my favorite season, and come to find out, it's fall, and I look forward to it every year. Maybe it's because I live in the South and it's so unbearably hot, but I just can't begin to tell you how excited I am when I start seeing all the fall candle ads come out. So today I'm using the H block and 3 Stampin' Write markers. I have Old Olive, Pumpkin Pie, and Mango Melody. And we're going to color on our block, and I'm pretty sure you've seen me do this before. And I'm going to start in the, at the top. I keep grabbing the wrong one. So I'm going to start at the top because this is my lightest color. This is Mango Melody. And I'm going to color right on my block. Okay, about a third of the way down. And get it nice and coated. And then Pumpkin Pie goes right in the middle. And you can kind of blend it over because remember you started with a light color. So when you start with the darker color, you're going to mess up the tip of your pen. But when you start with a lighter color, the dark colors won't matter so much. And then I turn it over so I can see where I'm going. And this is Old Olive. And I'm just coloring. So I have 3 colors on my block. I have Mango Melody, Pumpkin Pie, and Old Olive. And I'm going to grab my Stampin' Spritzer, which I put someplace where I remember it. And here I have a piece of shimmer white cardstock. And it's kind of hard to see, but this, I like it a little better than watercolor when I'm doing this because it absorbs, but it doesn't absorb quite as quickly as watercolor paper. I'm going to take my Stampin' Spritzer and spritz it, the block, not the paper. And make sure that you've got the nozzle pointing toward your block and not towards your face. Don't ask me how I know that. Okay? And you want to spritz it 4 or 5 times. And you'll see that the water's going to pool up. Can't pick it up this morning. Pick up your paper. Okay? And give it a good smoosh. And then just hold it here for a few minutes, right? Because you want that paper to absorb it and you want to get good coverage on your paper. Now, I'm going to lift that up. And any extra color that's there, you can just take, you know, these magic things. They're called Kleenex. And just kind of dab at that because you don't want to smear your color. Okay? And if it's wet, whoops, I'm going to wipe that off. Then you take your heat tool and just dry it off real quick. So I'm going to do that. Bear with me for a minute. And I'm going to start from the underside and hit it on the top. And then if it starts to curl, you go back underneath it. Now, if I wasn't crafting with you, I probably would have left it to dry on its own because I like the way the colors look when it dries by itself. But since I'm crafting with you this morning, I didn't think you'd want to stick around and talk to me for a few minutes. Okay. Then I have my Thinking of You stamp, and I'm inking it up in soft suede. And I'm going to test it out because there's nothing worse than stamping. Oh, good. And it being upside down. Right, so it's inked up, and I'm going to put that slightly off center here. And then here is my tree, and I'm going to use the same ink, soft suede. And I'm going to put my tree right here. I'll close up my ink pad. So the colors I used again, the ink was soft suede, and the markers are Old Olive, Pumpkin Pie, and Mango Melody. And so I've it's not quite fall here in the south, but it's going to be very soon. I have some linen thread, and I'm going to wrap that around my card. oh, about 3 times. I'm going to come right over here. 1, 2, 3. And tie a little knot. And then you can just push that over to where you think it needs to go. I want it to be pretty much over on the edge. Okay. Now, have you seen these? These are corrugated elements, and these are super cool. We have a heart. There's an oval, and these cute little tags. Okay, and you can push the center out, and that'll be threaded through. So I think this needs a heart, and the heart doesn't have a hole to thread it through. So take your piercing mat and this new handy dandy tool that's in the new holiday catalog, and this has a putty end for picking up rhinestones or small pieces, and it has this piercing tool on the other end. And what's really cool about this is when you turn it, there's another end, and that's a little scoop, so you can scoop up rhinestones with it. And then there's another one of these that also is a scoring tool. You've got a fat scoring tool and a skinny scoring tool, and that's over in my bag. Okay, but I want to use the piercing tool. So I have my Stampin' Pierce mat, and all I'm going to do is make a hole right in the center of my heart. I'm going to make sure that it goes through on both sides. Because now I want to thread my twine through there. And don't you know, I don't have my glasses on, so let's see. Oh, good. I did it. Before I do that, let's just kind of, there we go. See if I can move that up a little bit. Oh no, what did I do? I loosened it. Be careful. There we go. Well, now it's being uncooperative. Shouldn't have messed with it, huh? Here we go. Okay, thread it through. You're going to tie it just a little knot. And just a tiny bow. So tie your bow and pull your edges. Give it a nice tight trim. And you're ready for your card base. I have a crumb cake card base. So I'm gonna move that out of the way. And this is snail. I'm going to move this over just a tad so I can put some snail on the edge. Where did those rhinestones go? So I'm going to take my piercing tool out, turn it over, and use this little like pancake scoop thing. Grab a rhinestone and just add it right to my card. And if you're not liking where your little heart turns out, here's a little tip. Take a glue dot. And put it right on the back. And put it right where you want it to go. Now it won't move. What do you think? Something that can be done simply and easily without using the framelits. Okay? So again, that's the Rooted in Nature stamp set. Information on how to order this can be found on my blog, as well as the measurements and this video. This week I will be featuring the Rooted in Nature stamp set in all of my blogs, so make sure that you follow me and stay tuned. I would really appreciate it if you would share my video, like my business page, or even make a comment on my blog. So thanks for joining me. Oh, how about a prize patrol? Anybody who shares my video today will be entered into a special prize patrol for a special gift. And the winner will be announced on Monday. All right, so thanks so much for joining me. Again, this is Michelle at makingmemorieswithmichelle.com, and make it a crafty Saturday. Bye-bye.